Hey guys, it's Cthulthu here. So today is day 68 of the vlogs. We're starting to get through vlogs quite quickly now, aren't we? Now that I'm really trying to get the completion escape. So as I'm sure you can guess, the reason that I've started the video here is because obviously I have something to show you, and if you have been following the vlogs lately, then you should know what was next on the list, and it was Disruption Shield. So 576,560 points, and I have now just over 1,000 more than I needed for it, and 1,000 closer to getting Vengeance Group, which is, as I'm sure again you realise from my previous videos, is probably the last decent spell worth me getting. Though I don't get a choice in the matter, I still have to get the next three spells that I personally think are completely useless. But yeah, so let's actually unlock Disruption Shield. As you could see, I did get disrupted there by the new cycle. But there we go. So Disruption Shield. I wonder why this happens. I wonder why the screen has to go blank for you to unlock the spell for some reason. But there we go. So Disruption the spell. So yeah, we got 4 more to go. 5 if you include Bones to Peaches, which I still haven't got started on. But yeah, Vengeance Group is the last useful one, and then both Trollheims completely useless to me. And Borrowed Power, again another useless spell. Mystifying Hour, a level 99 spell. I mean, anybody who has ever played this game would probably have thought to themselves, you know, level 99 magic spell, that's going to be one beast of a spell, isn't it? Hopefully it's going to be a damaging spell, and it's just going to do some beastly damage. And instead, what we got is Borrowed Power, so that's hugely disappointing. Anyway, let's see. So I've energized her. Now I'm just going to... No, I'm not going to log off. Let's see. Do I have the runes for a Disruption Shield? I highly doubt it. I have no idea what level spell it was. What is it? There we go. What's that actually? I've never seen that one. Tunebane, or I think it's quest related, but I can't remember. Of course, Disruption Shield would be the one with the shield icon. You know what? It just had to be like that, didn't it? It just had to require you to have body runes. I mean, do all these spells actually? How about Borrowed Power? Borrowed Power actually requires a necklace. Oh yeah, I remember now. You enchant a necklace with all the spells, don't you? And Vengeance Group. Right, but yeah, something that I have realised is that an awful lot of these spells seem to require body runes, so maybe they try to give body runes an actual purpose with this whole Livid Farm thing. Maybe that's what this whole project and this whole mini game is all about. Let's make body runes actually, you know, somewhat useful. Though I don't really see the situations in which I'm going to use Disruption Shield. In fact, I don't know completely what it does. I know that it stops an attack, but I don't know how it works. And that's something that I'll try out once I actually buy some body runes. But nullifies the next hit you receive from another player. Oh, does it have to be a player as well? Is it just a PvP spell? I don't know about that. Oh, well, there you go. This works. Sorry, I can't even read it. This works against players only, not against monsters. Okay, you know what? Now I read that, that's actually quite disappointing, because obviously I was just saying how the future spells, most of them seem to be pointless. Well, this seems to be a little bit pointless for me because I don't PK. So yeah, I don't see where I'm going to need that. I mean, maybe I can use it for something like Castle Walls, I guess. I'll definitely give it a go, that's for sure. That is for sure, because it looks like a fun spell to use. And as long as it doesn't waste one of my attacking turns, because the last thing I want to do is sacrifice one of my, you know, melee attacks in order to block somebody else's melee attack. Unless I know that they're pulling out claws, in that case, maybe it'll be useful. And that's another thing I need to know. Will it just block the one attack from the claw spec, so one of the 4 that you get during the claw spec, or will it block the entire attack as a whole? So yeah, those are 2 things that are, well, 2 or 3, I can't even remember how many questions I had about it now, but I'll find that out later on. But yeah, I'll need to get body runes, and then I'll have a game of Castle Wars, and we'll see how it works. So when I do get those body runes, I'll come back. Okay guys, so here I am at the Mage Training Arena, or Mage Arena Training, whatever it's called. It's probably the first one though. First one I said. But yeah, I'm in the telekinetic... no, what am I talking about? I'm in the Alchemist room, and I've just finished it, so it took me about 1.5 hours, probably a little bit more than that. but I managed to get my 300 Piaz points for it. So as for alchemist points, I'm now done with that. Also, if you can see the chat, there's probably no point going upstairs, but if you can see the chat, then it will tell you that to get bones to peaches, I need 200 telekinetic, 300 alchemist, 2000 enchantment, and 200 graveyard points. The enchantment, as I showed you last time, is already done because I did that years and years ago when I was getting actually 94 mage, because obviously I really wanted barrage at that point, and I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone. I'd get Piaz points that would give me money at the end of the day once I spent them on the items on the mage book that I eventually spent it on, and also I could get 94 mage. But yeah, so I've got the enchantment points. I've got 10k of them, and I only needed 2k. I've now got the 300 alchemist points I need. So yeah, all I really need to do now is get 200 telekinetic points and 300. No, again another 200 graveyard points. Getting the graveyard points is probably something I'll do next weekend. And as for the telekinetic points, that can wait a bit longer. But as I said in the last time I mentioned mage training arena, I said that telekinetic points were probably the points that I at least wanted to get because it's the most annoying to get. But yeah, I'll have to obviously deal with that at some point. But yeah, I rather do graveyard points first. And then I'll be one step closer to Bones to Peaches. But I'm going back to Livid Farm now. So let me see what runes I need. I haven't even got a clue what runes I need. I just take pretty much everything. Well, I'll show you. These are the 6 runes that I've taken. So Tele, Astrals, Cosmic, Souls. I don't think I'm using Souls actually. Mind and also Natures. Don't know which combination I actually need, but it doesn't really matter, does it? And yet, let me quickly replace my gear as well. And I'm going to have to get my Wicked Hood on because I had to change spells, obviously, for Alchemist points. So what do I need? Where's my Wicked Hood? There it is. Okay, so yeah, I'm going back to Livid Farm. So, I mean, the goal for the next 7 days is probably going to be to get graveyard points, and that will happen towards the end of those 7 days. Also to get, let's see, what are they called? Also to get, Group Vengeance, so I want to get Group Vengeance as well. That will be within the first 3 days of those 7. And then also get the first of the 2 Trollheim spells. If I was to get the second of the 2 Trollheim spells, that would obviously be a bonus. But either way, it doesn't look like it's going to be much longer now that I have to do Livid Farm. It's been going pretty nicely. So yeah, I'm going to actually make a few Astrals, and then I'm going to Livid Farm. So I'll see you when I get through the next. Well, when I get the next breakthrough. Hey guys, so let's see. So since the last time I spoke to you guys, I've been firstly, I believe I've got Vengeance Group. I'm not actually 100% sure. I was 5k produce from it, and I have been doing some Livid Farm, but I never actually had a look to see if I finished it. But that's something that I can do right now anyway. But yeah, if you redirect your attention to the chat, then you'll see what I have been doing. Dominion Tower 1, 4, 5, 3, Thieves Guild 4, and Judge and Jury. That's why I'm here at the at court, or whatever it's called. And yes, that's what I've been doing. I've been getting all the spells that I can get. And the only 2 spells that realistically I could get whenever I wanted to, as in without having to do too much, would be the Dungeoneering music. I hope I didn't say spells again, but yeah, music is what I meant. And that's because all I have to do is do a few C1s and until I finally get the boss that I need and get the music spell from him. And the other one, actually, you know what, that's only applies to one of the Dungeoneering spells. The other one I still need to get 113 Dungeoneering level 4. And then afterwards, all I've got is quest music to do. So that will be nice and easy. That's literally all I have to do. And I'm not going to start doing quests until I've got what's it called? I can't remember now. Oh yeah, until I've finished everything else. So until I've finished 120 Dungeoneering, and I've got all the Livid Farm produce, and I've got everything else. Quests will be the last thing I do, because I mean there's no point going all out and doing all the quests right now, because at the end of the day it will still take some time to get 120 Dungeoneering, which means that that obviously, you know, I'm going to be racking up even more quests in between that time. So I'm going to leave the quests to do lastly, and Well, I mean, I still will do a few quests, the ones that I feel like doing. So that's basically only one that I feel like doing right now, and that would be the Firemaker's quest. And I might even consider doing that today. So yeah, but that's what I've been up to. I basically finished getting the music that I can get right now, all except for the one dungeoneering one, which I can do the C1s for. So yeah, let's have a look at produce. So I believe I have it. Let's see. Well, first I have the Energizer. Get some free astrals, even though it doesn't really make a difference. Don't understand why people do all that examine monster crap for the extra free runes, because it's not like you're really getting much from it. But of course, in my case, I would only energize her for this little mini game because I have to, otherwise I can't energize her for the produce points that I need. So yeah, let's have a look at claim rewards. 666. Yeah, I'm just over. I'm 3k over, so I can finally get Vengeance Group, and that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. So there we go. Vengeance Group. Probably, well, it is the best spell that you can get from this entire thing. Also, thanks to all the commenters. Some were a little bit nice. Anyway, but yeah, I realised that the Trollheim teleport is not a direct teleport to the normal Trollheim teleport, as in the top of the mountain. It's actually closer to the farm patch. And then someone else told me, well, that same person told me that all the spells that you actually get from Livid Farm are all related to farming, so they're all slightly closer to their farming patch, herb farming patches. So South Falador, obviously the Falador patch, North Ardy, the Ardy patch, Trollheim, and then what else is there? I guess there isn't one to Canifis just yet, but that doesn't matter because we have the Ecto file for that. And in terms of South Falador, I guess that's useless really still though, because you can use Cabbage Teleport and that's just as good. And then I've got the RD Cape for the RD Cape. Is RD Cape better? I can't remember now. I think it might be. Yeah, RD Cape is better than the North RD spells, so yeah. So basically, South Falador and North RD spells are still useless, but the Trollheim spell I can now appreciate that it is useful. Well, not grouped to tell Trollheim, I don't think I'd ever do farming in a group. But yeah, as an individual spell that'll be useful. So yeah, I'm going to continue doing this, and I've still yet to use a disruption spell, and now group vengeance. But yeah, hopefully I'll be in a situation where I'll be able to use that effectively sometime soon. Probably not in this vlog. And anyway, you know what? For this vlog, I think that's enough. So thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, see you around.